Hi, and welcome to this presentation on Preskil Island Resort in Mauritius. My name's Katie. I am the account manager here in the UK for Rev Tourism, and it's my pleasure to introduce this hotel to you today. So Preskil the name actually means almost island. And as you can see from the picture here, it is almost an island. The only connection to the mainland is here on this little bridge. And so that really means that, you feel like you're on, even though you're on an island in Mauritius, you're on your own little private island here on Preskil. So in terms of where we're located, we are on the East Coast and we're only a 10-minute transfer from the airport, which is so great when obviously you're coming off a big long 12-hour flight. And especially with young children, obviously that can be quite trying, and to have such a short transfer is really just great. But not to worry, we're not under the flight path, so it's not noisy. There's no impact from the airport at all. It's just nice and easily accessible. Now, Preskil, for those of you that are familiar with the property, we have actually had a massive renovation. So the property closed in 2018 and was almost virtually razed to the ground and rebuilt and reopened in 2019, unfortunately just before everything closed down with the pandemic. But what that does mean is that since things have opened back up again, Preskil is looking shiny and new and fantastic. So it really is up there with that 4+ star rating. It's just a beautiful, beautiful property. So let's take a little bit of a closer look at Preskil. So this is the layout of the island. Now, first of all, we have our bars and restaurants in this area here. They are next to this main pool area, which does have quite a shallow end for the younger children. We do also have a second pool here. This is surrounded by our family rooms. However, to be honest, it does tend to be couples that hang out by this pool because of how family friendly this larger pool is. So we have as I mentioned, our family garden family rooms here. We've got superior rooms. We have our deluxe and deluxe family rooms, as well as our absolute beachfront rooms, which are our prestige and our junior suites. But we'll have a little closer look at those shortly. But this is the layout of Preskil Island. Now, why would you send your clients to Preskil? Well, it is a 4-star superior resort. It's had that massive renovation, so it really is looking excellent. And it is only 10 minutes away from the airport. So in terms of what is around Preskil, we have elegance, which is a beautiful nature sanctuary. And so that's something that, if your clients did want to get out and about and visit, it's a lovely little island to go and visit for a day. You also are very close to the Blue Bay Marine Park, which as well as the incredibly sort of safe snorkeling lagoon area around the property itself, Blue Bay Marine Park is another fantastic place to go snorkeling and just see all the incredible marine life in Mauritius. We are also really close to Mahébourg village. So it's around a 20-25 minute walk, or of course you could cycle as well. Mauritius is very cycling friendly. And Mahébourg village is a very traditional small fishing village. So, you can just potter in, you can see the fishermen coming and going. And it's just a really nice kind of quiet little village. It's not too hectic. So again, a really nice place to visit, even with the children, just to get something a little bit authentically Mauritian. And something really great, obviously, for families is the fact that our family rooms can accommodate up to 5 people, so 2 adults and 3 teenagers. We'll go into the configurations of the rooms and things a little bit further down, but accommodating a family of 5 is always fantastic. And we do have some brilliant activities and experiences on site, which again, we'll have a little look at. But yeah, it's a really fantastic property with just so much going on, and no dress code, hooray! So you can be as casual and comfortable as you wish. So first of all, food and drinks, of course, one of the most important things of a holiday to me anyway. We have our main buffet restaurant, this one here, which is Rendezvous. So this is, of course, open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And it does have 3 separate seating areas. So even if you do go here quite regularly, you can sit in different areas, and it does feel like it's a different, you know, you're sitting in a different restaurant. Of course, lots of different types of food to choose from. We also have over here Mosaic, which is our a la carte Mediterranean restaurant. This is open for dinner every day and is also available on the half board, full board, and all-inclusive options at no additional charge. We have our 1810 restaurant, which is located on the beach. So this is our sort of authentic Mauritian restaurant, a la carte. It is open for lunch and dinner, and it is at a supplement, but all-inclusive guests do get a credit towards their bill for that restaurant. So if someone did want a special occasion or a special night, then get them booked into here. We also have our medley bar. So this is where you're going to get all your cocktails, maybe pop the kids in the kids club and go and have your sort of sundowner cocktails, listen to a bit of piano music before you go for dinner. So let's have a little look at our accommodation. So of course, everything you would expect, you know, as I said, quite an extensive renovation. So the rooms are looking really crisp, really clean. Of course, you know, everything, air conditioning, obviously. Some of our higher room categories do also have a bath, which I know can be quite important for some guests, as well as an espresso machine in our top 2 room categories. So we'll have a little look at those. So first of all, our superior rooms, our lead-in room category, are on the ground and first floor and are actually sea view. So even your lead-in room category has a sea view, which is incredible. So that's a really, really great start. Now, our garden family rooms, as you can see here, slightly larger, because the setup of this is that they're not interconnecting rooms. You actually, it's a whole unit, go in the door, and there's 2 doors, parents' room and kids' room. So completely separate. You can fit up to 3 teenagers in this room. Now, a little caveat to that, I would say on the smaller side, so not big, hulking 18-year-old boys. You know, these are day beds, as you can see in the picture here. So, you know, I would say, just to sort of caveat that, maybe sort of up to kind of 14, 15, depending on height. So just keep that in mind. And again, we have our deluxe and our deluxe family. So same idea with the deluxe family rooms. It is that 2 separate room setup. These have beautiful views of the Lion Mountains. So absolutely stunning views, but also direct access to the beach if you are on the ground floor. So our top 2 room categories, now these 2 room categories are stunning. So these are absolute ocean front. So some of them have the large beach in front of them. Some of them have just the ocean, but absolutely beautiful views. The prestige rooms, as you can see up here, bathtub, amazing, beautiful egg bathtub. And again, you get these amazing mountain or island views. Espresso machines are included in these. And then my absolute favorite, the junior suite. So these are actually located on top of the prestige suite. So you have 2 prestige suites, and then the junior suite up on the top, and sort of an A-frame, as you can see, with this beautiful ceiling here. And I mean, this is a honeymoon room type if ever I've seen one. It does allow 1 child, but I would say that you know, it is. I don't know if you can see here the bath, you know, so it is a little bit more open. I would definitely say it's more suited to couples, but absolutely, if they've got a young child, then not a problem at all. So what can you do at Preskil? Everything. So one thing, of course, as I said, very family friendly, is our Tikoulou Kids Club. Now, the kids club itself is starts at 3 years old. And is just fantastic. My manager, Virginie, who is in Mauritius at the moment, her kids have been in there recently and just absolutely love it. The activities are just fantastic. They really, really have a massive focus on entertaining the kids, which of course keeps the adults happy. And something that's very exciting, which is coming in November, is our baby club. So although the kids club doesn't start until 3 years old, our baby club is coming in, which is for babies from 3 months to 3 years. Now, this is going to be free of charge. You do not have to stay with your baby. So that's something that I know a lot of your clients ask for. So please do keep Preskil in mind when you have a client that is looking for a kids club that maybe takes children younger than 3. Now, moving on to maybe some of the more grown-up activities. We do, of course, have our beautiful spa, and we can organize something called a pirogue breakfast. Now, this is what this lady here is doing. So a pirogue is a traditional fishing boat, and we can organize for a breakfast setup on one of these boats. So that is such a lovely thing to do for maybe a special occasion, just something a little bit different. We also have a kite surfing school on property. So this is something new and a bit different as well. So if you have clients that are really keen to learn to kite surf, then you can do that as well. We also have our own catamaran. Now, I love a catamaran day trip, and this one is no exception. They will usually take it out just before sunset, and you just have a really lovely time out there. It's purely owned by Preskil, so you're just with other guests of the hotel, and it's just such a wonderful activity to do. And of course, bikes, you can go out and cycle into the village. There's e-bikes if you're, not keen on pedaling too hard. And you could also take guided tours on the bikes. Now, in terms of rates, most people are pretty keen on all-inclusive. So what does that include? Well, all-inclusive starts as soon as the guests arrive. So even if they are arriving quite early in the morning, then, their all-inclusive starts as soon as they get in. They can go for lunch, their drinks and things like that. And it finishes at 3 o'clock on the day that they leave. Of course, as we mentioned, breakfast and lunch at Rendezvous, and then the 2 choices, Rendezvous and Mosaic for dinner, and the credit that goes towards 1810 if they did want a special dinner. Of course, all the usual drinks included, the local spirits, beers, wines, things like that. Not to do with all-inclusive, but water and land activities that are included just in the resort. We've got all sorts of non-motorized water sports, but also water skiing is actually included, as well as windsurfing. So if your clients are a little bit more active, there are some pretty cool activities that are completely included, as well as obviously your usual tennis courts and things like that as well. And you do also have access to the sauna and hammam, again, completely complimentary. Now, we do have a premium all-inclusive option as well. All the same benefits as the usual all-inclusive, but you also get lunch and dinner options at 1810. So just that extra kind of option for meals, as well as a very special lobster night, per one of those per person per stay, and a lovely 30-minute massage at the spa. So this is available for any stays over 5 nights. So that is Preskil Island. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. If you do have any questions at all, please do let me know. My email address is Katie, Katie, @revtourism.com. Again, thank you for listening, and hopefully I will see you soon.